Hello everyone, welcome back to Nico Robinson's Curse channel. It's been long since my last update. How are you doing, buddy? So I've been busy at work these days, but I haven't given up playing Nico Robin as a leader in my local tournaments. And I have to say, OP15 is an exciting moment if you're a fan of Nico Robin or Robin's player, because the leader's artwork is actually from the Sky Pia or Sky Island art. And finally, you can build a deck with style aligned with the leader's artwork. That feels so good for me. Anyways, let's have a quick look on how I actually build a deck with these new add-ons from OP15. The core components of the decks are mainly Straw Hat characters. With the new cards from OP15, they also have the attribute Sky Island. So I have also added Shira, so that we have more possibilities to seek the cards that we need. Well, before the new ban list, I admit I've been playing the combo of Bosolino and Arikazu Help as a very strong surviving tactics. So after the ban for Nicole Robin, my quick fix is to replace the event card with Sao, the classic blocker for Nicole Robin. Without any cost, you can play it out to block one attack, or itself is also could be a good trigger during early games as a 5k attacker. Okay, with this deck list, I would say I prefer to go second. Plus, your opponents, as in Nicole Robin opponents, usually they would think your banished attack would hurt them so much if you're going first, so it's easy for me to get what I prefer. So the game plan goes this way. During your first turn with 2 downs, play out Seekers if there are any, to seek for either Straw Hat characters or Sky Island plus Straw Hat characters, just like Solo or Sanji here. So during your turn 2 with 4 downs, playing out Solo can help you to add 1 life by tracing 1 card from your hand. Plus, it's a 6k body, which is a quite good attacker that gives pressure to your opponent. Likewise, if you play so Sandy, it helps you to further seek for the stronger cards that you need later on, like Robin or the Egghead Luffy. Then, in turn 3, if you successfully add the downs with the leader's attack effects, then you can have 7 downs to play out Nico Robin on time, either version. In OP15, the new Nico Robin can pull out another Sky Island character by taking 1 card from your life and add back 1 card to your life from your deck top, which means you didn't lose any hand. So once you play out the Sky Island Nicole Robin, you can continue to play Solo or Viper, who could be helping to reduce all your opponent's field's characters powered by 2k and blow out all the characters with 0 power by then, which is a good cleaner for those small blockers or seekers. And with the Sky Island Luffy released in OP15, is a good rush character that gives your opponent so much pressure because you have a 7k Nicole Robin body plus a 7k attacker Luffy that has rush. The best effect of this card is that whenever your opponent activate an event card, counter, or blocker, the power of Luffy will be bumped up by the top revealed card in your life, so that your opponent sometimes have to hesitate whether they would use a blocker or use an event card to counter your attack. While the Nicole Robin from EB03, I guess is no stranger to everyone, that helps you to basically add 1 life back. Plus being a headache to your opponent that once they KO her, they have to take 1 damage. If they are at 0 life, that means they lose the game right away if they KO her. In at turn 4, where you shall have 10 downs with Nicole Robin's leader's effects, you can play out Monkey D. Luffy from EB04 that on play that can help to add 2k power to your leader until your opponent's turn end. Plus, this Luffy will become a 12k blocker. The best thing is, if you bait your opponents to hit you to just 1 life, you can play Luffy out with just 9 downs. So you have 1 down left to play cards like Gum Gum Giants or the new card Gum Gum Golden Rifle from OP15. This card is not just a 4k counter for a leader, it could also help to bring you back from 0 life to 1 life with just discarding 1 card from your hand. This card is especially helpful if you are against leaders like Boa Hancock or Nami, because often you drop to 0 life and you have to go back up all the way again. Or at times where you have to go first, this is the game plan that looks pretty much similar to when you are going second. So except at turn 3 you only have 6 downs, maybe it's worthwhile to play out the Sky Island Luffy that has the rush, or Viper that helps you clean up some small bodies on your opponent's board. Then, assume the game goes smooth as planned. You shall have some bigger bodies on board like at least Robin plus Luffy. Then, how we should continue is to clean up your opponent's board further or clean out their bigger body. Kingdom Come should be no stranger to those who have played OPCG for a while. It has been unbanned recently. That helps you to KO character of any cost at the cost of trashing your life until 1. But that fits well with the condition that you play out the Egghead Luffy with 9 downs. So I chose to put this card into the deck. Then with 4 downs left, you can further play out Zolo once again to make your life goes up to 2 again for safety. Or you can play out Sao as a blocker and you still have 1 down left to play Gum Gum Giant or Gum Gum Raffle for 4k or more counter. Or Extreme Defense, you can have 4 such counter event card that gives you 16k plus counter that cannot easily kill you. Well, in order to end the game, similarly, assuming you continue to play out Nico Robin and other Nika Luffy or Egghead Luffy. So the last turn you can try to KO any big body or big blocker with Kingdom Come. With Nico Ovier, Robin's mother, put your leader into AK, and then use Usohachi to rest any cost 5 or below blocker. So you clean up 2 blockers from your opponent likely, and then you have 3 8k punch plus 2 12k punch. That may likely end the game. So, without further ado, let's see how this deck goes against the top leaders here. Referencing from platform like Pros TCG, they have a tier list released lately. So Nami, Lucy, and the Purple Enel from OP15 are top leaders being rated here. So you know how hard to defeat them, so that's why I have to film this to show you how Nico Robin still could have played out them. Not easy, but it's still doable. Okay, the game starts with me going second. I just played Nami, and Usohachi is the only character that I can see. That's still good. And Nami's turn. See what she wanna do. Okay, 8k attack, I will take that. Earning resources from life. So my turn again. The best play would be having Solo or Sandy, but if I don't have, don't force it. So probably 9k attack. Banish. And at 1 down. Okay, she wouldn't want to waste 3 cards at least to defend that. Okay, EB03 Nami. Now I got to play slightly defensive. I don't want to lose life to 1 just in turn 3. Alright, Solo came slightly late but still not too late. I'm playing Sky Island Robin to pull out Solo and gain 1 life by trashing 1 card. Gained 1 down as well, 5k attack, banish. This one she should be defending it. Alright. So I'm slightly safe. And like what I introduced earlier, the best game plan is if she hit my life again and I drop to 1, I can just use 9 downs to play out Nika or the Egghead Luffy. So I would take these 2 attack directly, which at best should do so. And now the 6k swing, no, 7k. Cool, I got a Sandy from Trigger. Seek for Zolo for late game recovery or survival. And she plays solo as well. Okay, back in the full life. That's the great moment to play out the cat Luffy here. So my body becomes 7k until my opponent's turns end. 7k banish attack at the same time. Now she has to think. Okay, she chose to defend that. Now she just have 4 cards left on her hand, so I'm trying to take away the cost 5 Nami here. Okay, she chose to further defend that, and our 7k attack then. Okay, continue to defend that. So probably she wants to play slightly defensive and think I don't have like any counters. So, okay, no, just want to take away my solo. Moria. Yep, she realized I start to play a 12k body, so playing a Moria would be a threat to me later. But that's cool for now. I didn't waste a lot of hands in order to defend that last wave of attack. And now it's my turn. Just simply 5k banish attack. Either she loses further one hand, or just let me banish her life. And she chose to continue to play extreme defensive. That is good for me, because that means her resources are going to be fewer and fewer. And I just successfully taken away her Nami, because the life is already flipped it up because of Moria's effect. And now it's my turn to decide whether to continue to attack her life, but I would rather play defensive here, because playing with Nami you have to be patient if you're playing Robin here. So I chose to recover life up to 3 again with Solo and Berzelino. So what she could do with just 2 hands here? Maybe another recovery tactic. Anyways, Zola attacked me. I chose to take that. Okay, Kid. Now I only have 1 life left. It looks quite dangerous. So playing out Gum Gum Giant here to try to keep my life at least at 1. So the next attack from Moria, I could simply use my blocker here. Then next turn, I'll be likely playing out Robin if I don't get another Nika Luffy or Cat Luffy. So 5k attack again, because you just got 2 hands. I can save a little bit on downs here for some other purposes. So I bet. Okay, no. This time she's not defending that. Then let me use my 12k body to try to take away the Moria. And now she got no resources, so any attack with the exact number of downs would hit. Nico Robin taking out Kid first, and Zolo taking out Solo. Now I feel extremely safe because she got no hand and just 1 big body on the field, and I have 1 down to play out Gum Giant, and she has full life. Maybe next turn could be my turn to try to end the game, depending on what card did she draw. So 1 down on her leader, 6k attack. While I don't have a 2k counter here, I'll choose to take that first and see what happens next. And it's good that I got Gum Gum Golden Rival. So that means if she chose to attack me with Moria next, probably I'll try to take that. Oh. She chose to attack my Luffy because she might be afraid of get clear out with my Luffy next turn. Anyways, 5k banish attack once again. So you see, when against Nami with Robin, Normally, you will see Nami has a lot of resources on hand, a lot of big bodies on the field. But if you're patient enough, even though you have to try to see if you can survive through the lifeline, like between 1 or 0, I'm taking out all her bodies on the field, bit by bit. And now I have 5 characters on my field, more hands than Nami. So continue to play safe might get me through this game. 6k, 6 downs on Nami, 11k attack. She really want to push me to 0 life to create chances for her to finish the game. And she play out one more character, so even on KO she can pull out another character with trigger from her trash. So now I have to either recover my life back into 1 or 2 to make myself sustain. Now this time I would like to attack with 6k banish and see if she would further drop one hand to defend that. And she did it. That's good. That's what I planned for. Now I'm going to use this amazing card from OP15, Gum Gum Golden Ravel. Just have to discard 1 to bring myself back from 0 to 1. And playing on Nickel Robin, now I got 2 life once again. So Nami doesn't have much rushing characters. Probably the best combo she could have is Kid in order to finish me, assuming I don't have the counters. But obviously I got one. So Gum Gum Giant on the 8k attack. She still has 7 downs. I thought that would be a Nickel Robin, but another 3 downs put into Dr. Hawk back, and I took that. Izunami trigger. I might not play her out. Okay, the 4 down left is for solo. Now bring her back to 5 life. Remember, be patient. So 6k attack on Zolo, because that's the only character I want to give out for another account Luffy to be played. Now, it's safer to play Luffy here because having a 7k body will save you a lot of cards in your hand in order to counter the wave of attack at 7k likely. So this Spanish attack, let's see, she took that. Then I would determine that this could be a good turn for me to start to attack Nami directly. But I would like to first clear Dr. Hotback as early here because I can feel that my life recovery tactics is getting fewer and fewer along the game go. So 7k again on Nami, and then a k on Nami, see if she would further defend that. Alright, she chose to take them all. And that's a Moria trigger. Playing out Zolo from trash and then discard 1 card. Now she has 1 life back once again. So she got 3 6k characters on the field. What she could try is to use 3 downs on each of them to poke me 7k 3 times. But she seems thinking I got something more than that. So 7k first. Defend with 1k. And another 7k. It's lucky that at least I got 2 counters. That might start to make Nami feel the next 7k should be easily being defended as well. But just she didn't know. If she try harder, maybe I would drop my life into 0 this turn. So 7k on Nami. This one I would choose to take that, and the next attack I can simply use a blocker and she knows well. Right. But she still choose to attack once. Now it's my turn again. She got 4 6K characters. I think it's not a good idea to further drag the game longer, especially I got like 5 quite strong body characters on the field. So let me start off with a 7K attack instead of the leader going first, because before spending any downs, I want to make sure um, nothing surprising pops up. So she took my first attack and now she just have 1 life left. I think it's a good moment to try to play out a banish attack from Robin in her last life, and she further took that. So the most counters that she could have is just 6K here. So I do a 12K attack from Luffy, and I won the game. So this match is still fairly less challenging one. If you hit into Nami, they could be playing out a lot of Nickel Robin. That could be a headache. But the principle is still be patient, taking out the big bodies before hitting into her life aggressively. Next, we are going to challenge Lucy and our top tier leader. He chose going first, as I expected, because for Lucy, down 3, nothing much to do, but since down 5 playing Cavendish and then down 7 playing Sabo is very smooth for them. Okay, my turn, I got 3 Seekers card. So playing on Nami, seeking solo, like again, that's what my best game plan that I wish to have. And going back to Lucy, shouldn't be too aggressive. Playing a Rebecca as a seeker and a blocker at the same time. This is a really strong card from Lucy and a very, um, like, annoying card. Okay, 5K attack. I would usually take that. Uzohachi, not bad. In late game or mid game, can use to rest their Rebecca. Okay, 5K banish attack. Usually they would defend that, and I use the leader's effect, discard the Shula for rest it down. Okay, defend it. Then I play solo, and I might want to discard probably the EB03 Nickel Robin. It's a good healing character and a threat to most leaders, but with Sabo, blue collar leader, he has a combo can easily bring my Nickel Robin back into the bottom of my deck instead of KO her. So I might want to keep the Sky Island Nickel Robin. And then for Lucy turn, he placed 1 down in the Rebecca, 5K attack on me and played the Cavendish. Quite scary starting to be. So I immediately play out the Sky Island Robin, and then that pulls out Viper, reveal the top card of my life pile, and then I cleaned the Rebecca. So now he got some pressure. 5K banish attack to start with, and next I can use Viper's effect that can put 1 Racedon into a Sky Island character. So I gave it to Zolo and make another 7K attack. And he chose to take that. Okay, down 7 now that Lucy is having. First, 6K attack on my solo, and draw 2 and discard 1, he's thinking. And for me, probably I would defend that. I want to waste as much resources from him as possible. Okay. So this cost 7 Sabo blocker is really a nightmare. He can place any Dressrosa event card with cost 7 or below. And he's a blocker at the same time. And for me, I just activate the trigger effect from Neko Alvir. So I have to discard 2. I already have 1 Usohachi, I can discard that. And Viper, I maybe don't need it for now because no Rebecca on the field. So now I play out the Sky Island Luffy from OP15 and starting to clear his Cavendish. And because with Sky Island Luffy's effect, anytime he activates a blocker trying to save Cavendish, my Luffy might be bumped up to 10k, 12k depending on the cost of the character in my life pile. So he might not easily activate his blocker here. So another 7k on Coffin Dash. He hasn't activated his stage card event as well. So let me try one sort of final hit with Luffy here to see if he would have any event card to activate that. And seems he doesn't have event card in his hand. Otherwise he would have activated the stage card. So let me do a 5k attack. This one he might block it with Sabo. Yeah. I'm not going to review the top card then because I don't have any more punches on the field. Just playing a Bosolino, recover one life. Then Lucy's turn, and Narasabu, not surprised, but he started to play out even, and I reviewed the top card, sorry my Nico Robin won the poster. Block the dead is Sandy with cost 4 here, so plus 4k for Luffy. And then, trying to clean my board, I would try to save as much as possible. 9k attack on Nico Robin, and he got me. I don't have more counters here. But at least he has one rested blocker, and I still have at least 3 attempts to attack either the leader or attacking his Sabo. So I try to place 5 downs in the solo, an 11k attack because I noticed he might not have that many event cards. And yes, taking out one of his Sabo makes the game easier to continue with. So you would usually lose when he start to have the 3rd or the 4th Sabo. It's a nightmare, just similar to how Ace have 3 or 4 Whitebeard blocker on the bot. So I try to make another 10k attack into his life. If he try to use Sabo blocker, once again my Sky and Luffy might get into 12k or 11k, right. 7k attack into leader. Would he take that? Yes. Alright, now it's Lucy's turn with 10 downs. First playing out Rebecca, likely seeking for Sabo. Or event card for Sabo to use. Because previously I noticed he doesn't have many event cards. And yes, Sabo and not just Rosa event that put my Zolo into the bottom of the deck. But at the same time, my Luffy is safe because revealed that Sanji once again, plus 4k on the body, so he chose to attack my leader directly, and I trigger Sanji's event. And I might take Sky Island Nickel Robin because I want to continue to place more characters on my board, instead of just simply adding life with the EB03 Robin. So I use the Sky Island Robin playing out solo at 1 life back, and start with a 7k banish attack. So now has a new card into the life. No one knows what the cost of that card would be. So a 7k banish attack, would he start to using a blocker here? That makes my Luffy bumps up to, again, a 10k plus body, potentially. So he used the stage card effect finally, discard 1 event card to add 2k as a counter, and then stop Lucy's own effect at 1 more k with another event card. So trying to put a 5k attack, and he used leader's effect once again. So now is my time to decide whether to make a final attack with Sky Island Luffy as well, because he has the Rebecca blocker is a waste anyways. But I think it's good to clean up his small blockers as early as possible. Right, I want to know what top card is, and Bosolino was revealed and plus 5k here. So at least now I know if he plays another event card, my Luffy will be immediately bumps up to 12k. So no way his Sabo even has 9k body can clean that. So I assume now he has much pressure. He might want to clean up my Luffy before using any event card and catch me. I don't have Gum Gum Giants on hand, otherwise I must save him. Okay, another event card that trying to put my Zolo into the bottom of the deck. So you see, is how like horrible that Lucy can clean up your opponent's board effectively with both event card and 9k body from Sabo. So if I don't play out Sky and Nickel Robin earlier, I might have no like characters left that can hit into Lucy's life. Let me start with 7k banish attack first, and he chooses to take that. Then probably I would just simply all in into the Sky Island Nickel Robin to make a 15k attack. And now he gave away his saddle. Oh, that's why he took his last life. He wants to use Roger. That either player's life is 0, or I cannot activate blocker or I lose the game. Okay, he puts me into a challenging situation. I only have 2 life left. I think I wouldn't recover anymore. He only has 4 hands. Let me try to end the game with Kingdom Come, remove his able blocker. I have Nickel off here, bumps up Robin's leader's power to 8k plus 3 downs 11k attack. 4 hands from Lucy. He might not have that many counters because he should have discarded a lot just now already. Okay, and my guess was right. Another win here. So if you ask me any tips to defeat Lucy, I would say more characters, the better. Leverage Sky Island Robin to put out Viper or Sky Island Luffy. That can give so much pressure to Lucy. And here comes the last game one shows here against the Purple Anu. This time I got forced to go first. That might be less advantageous for me, but maybe that's less advantageous for Anu as well. He could be more aggressive with going first because at turn 2 he can already start to swing you with 6k, 7k attack, even with his cost 1 character, because Anu's leader's effect is to add 1 active down starting from turn 2, and then can add 4 rested down, then place 4 rested down into any Sky Island characters. So to begin with my turn 2, I got nothing much to do as well, using Nami Seeker, and then swing Enel with a 6k attack that he can easily defend. He has lots of event card as counter. And let's see what he would do. Playing out Holy, which is a double attack character himself and can make any on the board, also having double attack too. And now he just activated leader's effect, placing 4 rested down in the Shila, and then leader 6 NR 6k attack. I took them all. Lucky I got a trigger as so as a blocker or an attacker that I can be used this turn. So quickly playing out this small seeker is also good against Enel. You can quickly see I can use it to hit some of his cost 1 character here. So I try to swing Enel with 6k attack, banish attack, see if he would use any counter. So yes, a 2k counter with 0 cost. Horrible. Anyways, I play out more blockers here because I do get afraid of Holy's double attack effect. Okay. Playing out the cost 6 Enel, which is very strong seeker, no limit on what he could sit, but just that he'll need to discard 1 card after seeking the card. And why Purple Enel had been the top tier leader, just in case you don't know, all these cost 6 Enel, he has 2. One is a blocker Enel, one is a seeker Enel. With 6 down or less, it can have a plus 2k power, which means it's a 10k body in total. And then he cannot be removed from the field as well. So Kingdom Come doesn't work on him. 8k attack on my leader, I immediately use Bossalino because my cell got rested by his event card. So 5k attack into my leader, and another trigger from my live Shira. So let me see, I can seek Sky Island character here. Viper might be a good choice, can clean up his Shila and Holy bring his power back into 4k, because Holy's effect is that during opponent's turn, the base power will become 6k. Alright, he freezed my cell. usually, you should feel helpless. But I think Viper is a good play this turn. So reveal the top life, at least KO his Sheila to start with. I still have 4 downs left. Let me try a 5k attack into Holy, which is at 4k now, to see if he will save that. Okay, I'm safe, so these 4 downs I can play out solo and discard solo to put my life back into 3 once again. And now he plays out -1 down, draw 1 card, and Sheila -1 down, draw 1 card, and Sheila is a rush character. So he might have 3 chances to attack my leader. So luckily I recovered my life into 3 just now. I literally don't have any counters except the even card, Gum Gum Jam, but I have no downs for that. Okay, at least my trigger is handy. Would want to call I'm lucky, but I'm quite unlucky that no cards can be saved with Sandy. And it is a revealed life card. This one no trigger, but 1k counter with Sky Island Nicole Robin. Start to use event card, return downs, and then freezed myself once again, and rested my Sandy. Freeze it as well. So next turn I only have like Zolo and Viper can attack. Okay. Now he has 4 Residons put into Enel. 5k attack. And the last one I should have to take that. 14k, no way I can defend that. At least my last life is Bosolino. So with 2 characters being rested, at least I can play out 1 Zolo and 1 Bosolino to put my life back into 2. But I think now I got pressure because he start to have a big body on the field, which is Enel here. So let me try with 5k banish attack too. I bet he will defend that. No one wants to get banished right away, right? And now I'm a bit struggle between playing out EB04 Cat Luffy or solo plus Bosolino to put my life back into 2. I think against Enel, if you have a 7k body, you are generally safe if he just has 1 Enel on the field. So now I got a 7k body. I should have played out earlier before attacking Enel. I wasted a little bit, but that's okay. Now at least I know I got 1 blocker, 1 down left for me to play out Gum Gum Giants. Lucky that Enel doesn't have tactics to rest opponent's down. So I think this down is safe for me to save my life. And he know that his cost 1 characters may not be able to attack me, so he rather plays another big body. So this is the blocker Enel. Has to discard 1 card to make it a blocker. And of course, he puts all the rest down, probably with the remaining active down. 15k attack into my leader, but if I block with a Cat Luffy, I can plus Gum Gum Giants to keep my Luffy on the field while helping to defend this attack. And now it's my turn, back into 5k body. So, the key is, let me see if I can take away his Enel with my Luffy here. And if I can do that successfully, probably it's worthwhile to play out another Cat Luffy because he just has another 10k body on the field. So my body is 7k once again, and this time 7k banish attack to test whether he has enough counters for that. And he tried to defend for that. That's what I want to see as well. Then he easily blocked with his blocker Enel instead of using his cards on his hand, so that I can put pressure into his life. Swing him with 6k from Zolo and then 7k from Viper with Viper's effect that put 1 rest down into himself. So this turn I should be fairly safe too, because I got Sao as an additional blocker he already used a lot of those event cards to rest my character, freeze my character. I don't think he had that many once again. And I have 2k counters. So if he make a small attack with his leaders, I think I can still defend that. Okay. Now he's attacking with Satoli, which when attacking can look at the top 2 cards on his deck and decide to place it on the bottom or on top. So a good card to control what cards you can get later on. Okay, I guess he needs to think as well. If he use his Enel blocker to attack me, next turn he will be in danger. And the 9k attack, a fair amount, that might tempt me to giving out my Sal blocker, but I think I will start with Cat Luffy first. Okay, and 12k into my body. This time I give away my Sal. Alright, now he don't have any blockers on the field and his Enel is rested. I have 212k body, so no harm starting with the first attack, taking away his Enel successfully. And then clean up his Tully. I don't want him to know what happened on the top of his deck anymore. And now, let me swing with a 5k banish attack once again. He has 3 life. There's no way I can KO him this turn. So I could play safe by playing out solo, gain 1 life, and then use Viper's effect and R7k attack into his life. I have 6k, 6 downs left, playing out Bozzolino, gain 1 life, plus 1 blocker again, and 12k swing. He has 1 life left, but I got 2 life, 1 blocker. On his field, he just got 2 cost 1 characters. Okay, playing out Enel, seeking card. Discarded Holy. Use the event card, bump up his leader to 6k. Not quite sure what he would do this turn. Or maybe he's just trying to, okay, freeze my Viper. Yeah, I think he used a lot of cards that used to rest an opponent's character. But that can only rest a 5k character, so I think I'm fairly safe. 6k attack into my life. I can give out my Bozzolino as a blocker. Or I don't have to, I don't know. Just to play safe. 7k attack, I have to take that. No trigger. Alright, I have 1 life left, 1 Gum Gum Giant, and he just have 1 life left too, so maybe worthwhile to swing him with a 9k banish attack. Or I can play more aggressive, maybe 11k, then that's game, theoretically. Okay, wow, he just made it, but he has no cards on his hand anymore, so just a simple 6k attack would do. And then I can swing him with 12k, no way to defend with just 1 card, and I won. So, in order to beat or defend against Enel's aggressive attack, ram yourself to 10 downs as much as possible. Even you're going first, ram your downs into 9 would help, because if you can play out the AB04 Luffy on time, then you are rather safe with a 7k body. Here comes the end of this video. If you are still watching till now, thank you so much for your support. It's a long video this time, and I'm not sure when I will make the next one, to be honest. Maybe after OP16 release, there's another new environment. So again, thanks for watching. Good luck everyone playing Nico Robin. Hope this video helps. And see you next time, and can follow my IG despite I don't have much update here.